Okay, so we're doing a little bit more woodwork. As you saw, we finished up this, but Sarah kind of likes the real boxed in look. So less industrial and more homey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure for a 2x4 here, and I'm going to show you some things that I have to do to it to make it fit flush here. So first I'm just going to get a measurement. Okay, so I cut my 2x4. It's a pretty good fit in here. I'm just going to kind of visually center it on these columns right there. But what I really need to do is kind of, you know, just make a mark where that trench needs to be. So I'm just going to mark it with my pencil. Doesn't have to be that exact. What I'm going to do is I'm going to route a trench in here for this to fit, and then I'm going to route side trenches in here. Okay, so we got the table saw set up here, and I didn't know this exists, but one of my coworkers showed me this is called the dado blade. And I asked him how to, if I should use a router to trench this out, and he's like, no, this is a better solution. It creates a lot of dust, but it's like 5 blades in there. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not turning it on, but I'm gonna get my measurement that I made, and you see the measurement. So I'm just gonna put it right there at the edge, and then lock my bar into place. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this over a little bit. Overlap it. Pretty simple. This thing generates a lot of dust, so I'm going to turn on the vacuum cleaner. Now I'm going to trench out where you saw those little bands, and I kind of have the measurements in my head, so I happen to know that I need a little over an inch across. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, so I've marked the trenches, and I've got a router here that I've already set up for the proper depth. I got my handy safety goggles that I got from Home Depot that have the readers built into them, so I can kind of see because I have bad eyes, but I want to be safe. And those of you that know my dad know that he was a real safe kind of guy. So now I'm just going to kind of plunge this in. Okay, so the day has come where I'm putting these uprights in another video you saw me making these. These were a lot of work for what, you know, it's probably kind of a simple thing, but I've had to kind of custom make them to the shape of the upright here to cover all this ugliness. So this is going to go in here. So I've already dry fitted that, so we're in pretty good shape. So it's got some ribs of the bust that I'm shooting for. Kind of know where those are. And I'm gonna do a countersink here just to kind of make the screw head go away, and then I will be putting spackle over those, painting them so they'll kind of disappear. And just so you know, I did make sure that the bust and the 2x4 is thicker than that screw, so it's not sitting outside. So those are really firm. You can kind of see the look that we're going for. So today we're doing some more carpentry, and as you can see, we've got these ugly air conditioning supply lines. And so I'm building a box around here. Took quite a bit of work creating that radius and all these cutouts. But now we've done some drilling. I've pre-drilled some pilot holes. So it's kind of a delicate fit here. Alright, so now we're going to come back in with some spackle and kind of cover that up.
Maybe this thing's running low on juice.
I feel like I got a lot done on the bus. If you noticed, I've put in the uprights here to kind of box in the window. And may not look like it, but this piece of woodwork took a while. So I boxed in some air conditioning piping, and I still have to caulk it, but the woodworking is pretty much done. And we got in this little shelf, 2-inch shelf, and I'll put another 2-inch piece of wood there. And then Sarah has stained some shelving. It's all been cut and stained, just waiting to put in. We're waiting on the brackets to support those. So there'll be like kind of wrought iron, like iron piping, you know, with flanges, kind of a, you know, kind of a slightly industrial look, I guess. But here's where we are. I'm about to start caulking. And in case you didn't notice, the ceiling is painted white now. So, and these ugly air conditioners. So we're making some progress, and I'm going to be replacing these lights with LED puck lights.